Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War Warhammer 2. This is with the Tomb Kings DLC, and also the free Skaven Legendary Lord DLC, which I just realised the embargo ended 6 hours ago. I didn't think I could play with them, but apparently the embargo ended 6 hours ago today on the 22nd of Monday. Yeah, that's right. So I can show him off as well. And they were like, no, don't show him off. And now I'm like, yeah, I can. So, I have not had a chance to look at any of this. I only got my code this morning, and I've been busy all day. So, this is the first time that I am loading this up. So, we are definitely going to play as one of the Tomb Kings. We're going to sit campaigns, new campaign, and yes, Eye of the Vortex.
We must preserve this.
And then we will see what we're doing from there. You're saying I actually have to download him as well? No, he's there. Okay, cool. So, the new options are Cetra the Imperishable, who is Mortuary Cult, collect valuable trading goods and combine them with canopic jars to craft magic items and legions of the legend. And Dynasties, learn of the dynasties of the past, to awaken Tomb Kings, unlocking new armies and heroes to command. Realm with Souls, Tomb Kings are incarnations, the forms of replenishment and incantations in the forms of replenishment and summoning. Bringing the dead back to life should be enough. Souls of their own be lost in battle. And he's apparently considered easy, has +2 public order in all provinces. Ooh, that's quite nice. +10 growth, also quite nice. Construction time -1. Good grief, this is like the perfect combo of stats for any of my games usually. Leadership aura +100 and casualty replenishment rate +10. Damn, he's strong. He starts with Tomb Guards with halberds and the Kemrian War Sphinx. Then we've got the Grand Hierophant Katep, who has the same options here. Considered hard. Suitable climate is mountain. Is that in addition to the usual? Because that means you can take over the Dwarven realms, which is interesting. Canopic jars generated 2 per turn, so we get more of those. And that's what we use to create magic items and legions of the dead. That's kind of cool. Dark Elves really don't like us, and we get more movement. That's pretty cool. He has +2 Lich Priests, and I do generally like Wizards, so that's actually a pretty good option. And their rank is increased. Carrion, Flying War Beasts, very fast vanguard, so they must be like the Warbats for vampire counts. And the Hyro Titan, which is a armoured spellcasting, giant, armour-piercing, terror-causing wizard dude who's big. Really, really big. I know that much. Next up, we have got Khalida, who is suitable climate jungle, so you start in Lustria. Actually show where you start. That's interesting. Diplomatic relations +20 with the other Tomb Kings, so I guess you can confederate easier? Or you get trade deals easier. +20 ammunition for all of your armies. She can do poison attacks. -50% attrition from all attrition. And +3 untainted. That's pretty good, especially if we're going to be fighting against Skaven, which I suspect you'd be fighting. Oh, this is the desert. Oh, it's that freaking desert. It's the desert I hated playing as Teclis. So there is actually something interesting there in that desert other than more bloody rat men. I wish I had this before playing as Teclis now. That's
I am the Lich King.
And then Arkan the Black, who is the Lich King, enables recruitment of certain vampire count units. Diplomatic relations increased with the vampire counts. Diplomatic relations lost with the Tomb Kings. Winds of Magic +10 for all armies. Vampiric corruption does not affect their public order. And all heroes embedded get melee attack and melee defense. And you start with the Tomb Scorpion and Crypt Ghouls. What do you have? Necropolis Knights and Sepulchral Stalkers.
The Liber Mortis reveals all.
See, I'm interested in Arkan the Black because I have not played as the vampire counts. But then again, this is just seems to be like vampire count light. So maybe I should do an actual vampire counts to play as him. Plus, I kind of like magic, like I said. Cetra, everyone seems to be playing as, so I'd kind of like to play as one of the other ones. Kind of the same with Arkan. So this is really between the Grand Hierophant Katep, who's the mountaineer, magic item producing guy, who can move really fast, actually has good casualty replenishment, and his wizards are kick-ass, or Khalida, who is the one that starts near Teclis, will have an easier time confederating Tomb Kings, probably, and has more ammo. I don't know how good their ranged units are, so I know nothing about their units. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start a poll. I am going to include all 4 of them there. Just bear in mind what I said about Cetra and Arcan when making your choice. So let's go and set up a straw poll. So, who to play as? Cetra. What were the other ones? Arcan. Oh, let's do these in order. Cetra, Kartep. And I'm sure that you'll find my descriptions enlightening here. So we've got you, then we've got Khalida. And finally, Arcan the Black. Okay, so create the poll, put you in there. Boom. Let me know your opinions. Who shall I play as? So again, we have got Cetra, who is the king guy. We have Kartep, who's the lich. We have Khalida, who is the poison person. And then Arcan the Black, who is the vampire one. Cetra is boring. Yeah, there's a lot of hate against Cetra at the moment. So those are the options. Do let me know what you think. And while you are doing that, let's just have a quick sneak peek at Trench Craventail, who's the new legendary lord. He's free release. He gets all of the Skaven abilities. I'm going to have to play a Skaven. I have so many people I need to play as. I need to play as Skaven, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, Chaos, Vampire Counts, Beastmen. I think... Oh, and Orcs. I've played as the others. So I played as Empire, Bretonnia, Dwarves, High Elves, Lizardmen. Anyway, he is suitable climate in Frozen. Are you Skyrie? And you consider jungles to be unpleasant. You have +4 public order whenever a diplomatic... Is that permanent? So if someone breaks a treaty with you, is that permanent? Because if so, that's really powerful. +13 melee attack in ambushes, and +13 when retreating when attacked. Risky though. Fighting again after retreating. And then Vanguard deployment. You start with a Doom Wheel! Never enough Doom Wheels! Death Runners and Storm Vermin. Cool. Alright, let's take a look at the straw poll so far. In last place, with null points, we have got Cetra. In 3rd place, we have Arcan the Black. In 2nd place, we have Kartep. And in 1st place, we have got Khalida. So make sure you get your votes in. As to who we should play as. Again, top choices at the moment really are Khalida and Kartep, just because not many other people seem to be playing as them. Cetra is kind of overplayed at the moment, and Arcan Black is Vampires Light. I'd rather play as the Vampires at some point, so make sure you get those 2 in. Don't play as anything but Vortex until Norska patch for Mortal Empires comes out. The problem with that is Norska patch isn't due until April. That's quite a long time from now. And that's only if they're actually on time, which in game development is rarely the case. Just the Empire and his Sigmar saves. I like it. Kill the rats. Yes, one should always kill the rats. So, once more. Straw poll, how's that looking? Much the same. In fact, Khalida is now pulling ahead slightly. I'll give this another 2 minutes while I take a lovely, lovely sip of my Earl Grey. I thought it was April. It might be May. In fact, no, you're right. It is May. It's further out than you would think. Which is annoying, because I really... Well, it's not so much I really want to. I am going to be doing the Bretonnia game with Bussy on Wednesday. So if you can't get enough of this Total War, by the way, Bussy and I are abandoning the High Off Titans game because we effectively won. Like, there's no one really that can stand up to us at this point. Although, Dark Elves have been putting up a fight, but we are slowly curb-stomping them. So we will be starting a Bretonnia game on Wednesday, which is cool because together with the patch which introduces the Tomb Kings, Bretonnia are also getting a massive update. a lot of their legendaries are being overhauled in much the same way as Empire, Dwarves, Vampires, and Orcs got. Their technologies are being improved, like another 30 techs or something crazy, and just a whole bunch of other changes. So Bretonnia are getting a big update, and I think that's going to work really well, because Bussy is an amazing cavalry commander, and I kind of like fighting with the infantry, and Bretonnia are very much like these two separate armies. So that's what we're doing. It's just unfortunate that Norsca won't be out yet, because Bretonnia do fight Norsca quite a lot. Especially if it's like the Mortal Empire's Empire game that I've been doing, where Bretonnia basically went on a crusade against Norsca, which is kind of hilarious. Planning to play SFO. SFO? I have no idea what you mean, Troddling. Right, so the 2 minutes that I said are almost up. And the voting has not changed. So, in last place, we have got Cetra with 0 votes. Then Ark of the Black with 17%, Kartep with 33%, and Khalida with 50%. So we are going to be playing with Khalida, the High Queen. So we are going to be doing poison attacks. Oh, the entire army does poison. I was understanding that as just you. Ooh. Plus we get the Untainted. And the Necropolis Knights. Oh great, I get some awesome cavalry. And also the Sepulchral Stalkers, who sound a bit better. Armoured, armour-piercing, anti-large vanguard. They do sound rather good. Right, so I'm going to shut up while the intro plays, and we're going to get on with this. Let me just go and remove everything else so I can actually see what is going on here and make sure the stream's working and everything. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to turn it up a bit, though.
The sands of...
Sorry. No. Okay, too late. Oh, did that skip? Alright, I'll replay that. Before I press play next time, I'm going to make sure that the volume goes up. So, we'll start that again. My bad. That was entirely on me. It must not like the fact that I tapped out. Because I know the sound is sometimes a bit quiet. So once this is finished loading... Sorry! Because I know we had this during the Bretonnia game as well. You couldn't hear the intro. Try subtitles. Are there subtitles? Yeah, shush. Yeah, shush. Go away. Go away! No, I don't care. I really hope that all this plays again. Yep, cool. Right. Main menu. No. Options. Let's do this first. Sound. Master. I'm just going to bump the master up. So if you have speakers or anything, careful. And subtitles are there. Cool. Then back. Main menu. Back. Let's try that again, shall we? And Hakon Hauj, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, the
we
vortex.
must preserve
the goddess of Asa.
Burn hard, yes.
The sands of time ravage all. Mortals, monuments, even civilizations cannot stand against it. Their remnants lost beneath the dunes, awaiting discovery by the brave or foolish.
What's that? I can hear something. Come here, quiet.
Like time itself, the living are not welcome in Nehekara. For this is the land of the dead, ruled by the Tomb Kings, where only the expired may serve. All bow before High Queen Khalida, the embodiment of the Asp. She has been sent far from Liberus by her beloved goddess. Eternity was promised, but the Tomb Kings awoke to unlife, no longer beatific sovereigns. Their kingdoms as decayed as their bodies. The glory of Khemri lost, forgotten. A comet, an omen. The Black Pyramid stirs, but does not wake. A vessel of untold power, awaiting a new master. But it remains sealed. The Lich Priests are tasked with finding access. They venture deep into the catacombs, seeking clues. Discovering an obelisk inscribed with hieroglyphs as old as the desert gods. The answer lies in the 9 books of Nagash, the original tomes of undead lore, authored by the Arch-Necromancer. Due to the turbulence of the vortex across the ocean, not 9, but only 5 books are needed. Then, the pyramid shall open. Time has seen the books lost, scattered. Other Tomb Kings will seek them, for all desire the Black Pyramid. Begin the search. Raise your warriors. The legions of Khemri march to war.
That was pretty cool, it has to be said. So we're trying to open the Black Pyramid. I was wondering how this would factor into the Vortex, seeing as it is the Vortex campaign still. Huzzah! Warbird, thank you very much for the subscription. 5 months.
I come for you, creatures of the night. It is foolish to think the jungles can conceal your presence from me. But who will be the first to taste my poison? The lizard men, perhaps? Lastria teems with life, yet I bring only death. And when there is no more blood, where will you feed, vampire? I travel far from my throne, not merely to end you, creature, but for the books of Nagash. The knowledge they contain will grant me strength over Neferata. My hatred cannot be sated any longer. By Asaph, I strike out for vengeance and justice.
Justice is good. Vengeance too. So we have the Books of Nagash within the Black Pyramid. A great power lies dormant, waiting to be unlocked by the bearer of the 9 Books of Nagash. Collect the Books of Nagash and win the battle for the Black Pyramid to achieve this campaign's victory conditions. It should be noted, in the very unlikely event that I actually get all 5 of these done, I'm not allowed to show you the end, at least while the embargo is still in place, and I think that lifts tomorrow when the game's actually released. So just to keep you aware, if we do somehow complete this tonight, I can't show you the ending. Day of Awakening. Tomb King factions can recruit units into their armies without the need to pay for their recruitment or upkeep. Instead, each unit has a limited initial recruitment capacity, which can be increased by constructing additional buildings. Tomb King factions must delve into their past secrets to increase the number of armies or heroes they can field, or to enlist the aid of mighty lords from ancient dynasties. Tomb Kings can spend their canopic jars within the mortuary cult, which is that thing, yes, where Lich Priests combine them with trade resources to craft magic items or awaken legions of the legend, mighty warriors who can be recruited into battle. Collect any of the 9 books of Nagash. The Black Pyramid stirs, my liege, but to reveal the secrets within, 5 books of Nagash must be found. Begin the search at once, for other powers also seek domination over the Arch-Necromancer's shrine. Then we can learn about the books of Nagash there. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following factions, the Sentinels of Zeti. My queen, the lizardmen resent your presence. It is time for them to learn that serpents and reptiles are not the same. Strike at these foes. Research a dynastic technology. A humble suggestion, your eternal majesty. Set lich priests, other than myself, to uncovering the lost secrets of the dynasties. Such endeavours may grant you even greater power and discovery of the lost legions. Alright, so we have several rights, which will 20 turns. We need a Necrotect, 3 settlements, and then Necariterian Nehekaran Citadel building. I remember when Nagash was actually one of the leaders in Warhammer Tabletop rather than this kind of godlike figure. Because he had the 3 undead armies. He had Nagash, he had the Tomb Kings, and you had the third one whose name I can never remember. Hey Dana. Right, so we have the Great Incantation of Tahoth, which is Lord Recruitment rank and experience for unit recruits. And it gives us a Casket of Souls, which is artillery. The Light of Death. Then we have the Great Incantation of Petra, unique Necrotect hero capable of colonizing ruins at level 3. Will be summoned to your faction's capital. Capable of colonizing. We're not able to colonize ruins until then. That's interesting. And we can only do that once we actually have a Necrotect. And then the Great Incantation of Kassar. All regions belonging to you will be hit by sandstorms, causing attrition to any foreign armies. We are immune to sandstorm attrition. Ambush success chance plus 50%. New army ability Sandveil. That would be pretty good to do when... Oh wait, we're not a Vortex Nation. So I doubt that the random armies can be sent against us. And then the Great Incantations of Geheb. Canopic jars generated 1 per turn. We are not the Lich dude, so we don't get them ourselves. We have to produce stuff to get them, I guess. Massive amount of growth, construction time reduction, and Tomb Swarm. Cool. Then these are the mortuary cults that we can do. Oh, good grief, there's a lot of stuff here. So when we actually have some resources to craft with, we will look into doing these. These are magic items. So rather than just finding them from enemies, we can craft them. And some of them are unique, like these guys. Some of them you can just keep on doing. For example, the army capacity, which requires 800 jars and 10,000 treasury. Cool. Meanwhile, we start in the Forgotten Isles. And we have the Sentinels of Zeti down here in the desert, which is suitable for us. Mod Isles are ruin, unpleasant. Great Turtle Isle, which is of course where Teclis starts, is unpleasant. So, these are unpleasant, but we can take them. It's not just outright hostile like this is to Teclis. So we might be somewhat resistant to Teclis because he won't want these lands. Oh, I see. This is a hero who can colonize ruins, which is OP. He can colonize them before, he just colonized them at level 3 main building. So not only do you not need to spend units to get a ruin, you also get it at level 3. Alright, that's kind of crazy. That's really quite crazy. I like it. Oh, the Necrotect can colonize, but you lose him, while he can colonize more often? Or is he just wounded, or is he actually dead? Or I guess none of the dead are truly dead. Books of Nagash. So, once we have found the first book... Oh, I see they're in different places. There are 9 of them. We only need 5. So the first book of Nagash... does it say where it is? Defeat the following lord's army to gain the Book of Nagash they possess. Necrolandor, the Blade of Sklaril, Eyes of the Jungle. You take the Lost Plateau, the Vulture Mountain, Jean de Bay, the Awakening, Mortgin, Wrathbringer of Hashikesh, and the Abhishek Bloodgatherer. Can I steal them off of other Tomb Lords? I would assume so. Dynasties. Oh, are these instead of technologies? Yeah, so the dynasties are instead of technologies. You do need canopic jars for some of them. But we could get wisdom of the first dynasty, second dynasty, third dynasty, fourth dynasty. This is a bloody huge tech tree. This is an absolutely enormous one. So the first dynasty is reduced... Oh, are we limited to just one dynasty? Because all of them reduce the research rate. That glowing vortex thing shows where the book is, I'm pretty sure. I'll look in a minute. So that is army capacity, research reduction. Oh, these are all army capacity. And then it leads to the other stuff. So that is... Add the Tomb King Wakaf to your faction. Plus 8 melee attack when fighting in desert. Which isn't going to be great for us. We're not actually that deserty. Plus 16 charge, ambush chance, range for the entire Lord's army. And they can stalk. Hero capacity. For those dudes, charge bonus, ammunition. This is a tough choice because I have no idea what's good here. Campaign movement's always a nice one. Second dynasty gets us Rakash, which is public order, so he's more of a defensive guy. Leadership aura size, ward save, tax rate increase. You can get all the dynasty settlements give bonus to research, I think, or at least you think so. Okay, cool. And then these are the bonus production. So I think this is always, yeah, these are always going to be the same. That's the Necrotechs, the Lich Priest, and the tech thing. So it's the bottom ones, which are the actual, like, unique technologies. Skeleton Horsemen and Archers. So Skeleton Archers do get a bonus there, including armor for the Archers and Horsemen. But then again, you know how much I love cavalry. This is... Kemrian War Sphinx and Necrosphinx are stronger. That's a high-end level unit, I believe. Though it does make them quite a lot stronger. Armor piercing for Carrion. Tomb Scorpion, speed, melee attack. Sepulchral Stalkers. I'm going to need to look at the building tech tree after this to see exactly what is possible. Melee attack for embedded heroes and Tomb Guard. Ooh, I'm liking the 4th Dynasty. Hero Titan units. I am leaning towards the 4th Dynasty, although I'm assuming Tomb Guards are a high level. 5th Dynasty. Ammo for catapults and Casket of Souls. I also like artillery. Necropolis Knights. But they're cavalry. But they're knights. Knights are better than medium and light cavalry. Melee attack for Ushipti. I have no idea what those are. Necrosphinx, War Sphinx. Winds of Magic. +1 local recruitment. Construction cost reduction. You know what? I kind of like the 6th Dynasty. Start with the first. You can get all the dynasty settlements give bonus. Oh yeah, you've read that one. Gets harder as you go because as you get more, those are one of the few ways you can get more armies.